how you can have a healthy relationship with social media in the new year. And 2024 was a big year for research on that. So joining us now is ABC News medical correspondent, Dr. Darian Sutton. And we're also going to go ahead and bring in Samara here because, Samara, you actually took a whole year off of social media. Why did you do that?
You know, I think it was layered for me. I was going through a lot in my life. I just found out on my birthday that my sister was diagnosed with cancer. We were in the fight to try and get her a heart and a liver. And I was also going through a divorce. So there were so many components to this that I knew I was going to need more bandwidth. And I think we can't neglect the fact that social media really does sometimes drain you. So I needed to be emotionally full to take on what was ahead.
Because so often we're just scrolling and scrolling and scrolling and not living life because of it. So Dr. Sutton, obviously we know here that you're talking about potential good effects from social media, right? Because you have people connecting with each other. So there's a lot of joy in that. But there's also some real science on the dangers of social media. What did we learn this year on that?
Well, this year was a really important year. The Surgeon General, Dr. Vivek Murthy, stated that social media should have a warning label similar to that of tobacco industries. And it speaks to the increasing and the rising rates of mental health crisis among teens, adolescents, and young adults. And it's all, or seemingly majority of it, seems to be associated to social media use.
All right.
And, you know, I also have a question for you. We talked about this previously, different ways that you can help mitigate this. But do you have any specific recommendations that we need to know about when it comes to maybe digital detox?
Yeah, so there are recommendations that we all can take because the majority of us are on social media, whether it be associated to our job or just in general, just trying to find community. So there are some important things you can do. We've got some listed here. The first thing that you can do is look at your numbers. Check to see how much time you're spending on social media. Change your settings. When you go into those apps, you can set settings for nighttime when you're about to go to bed. You can set daily limits. Also, my suggestion, get rid of your notifications. There's no reason to have notifications on social media. It's not your email, it's not work. And if it's either of those things, then you can get rid of those. And then also just talk to your friends about what your numbers are so that you can have other people join in on this fight against your attention.
In fact, the only notification I have is having that volume on for phone calls because I know that's going to be urgent, but maybe not a text message, maybe not an email like that.
Exactly.
Samara, what did you learn during this year? Because we've seen the science, there's real science behind it, but I know that you felt something and there's a change.
Yes, I remembered how to be more present. That is something I significantly forgot. So in those moments when I was spending the last days with my sister, there would be moments where just sitting on a couch and I would normally be scrolling through my phone on downtime, but I was present. I was there. I was watching her. I was able to reach over and talk to her. I was able to fully engage in moments with my friends and family. And I think that's something I really forgot as a millennial because I'm a part of that generation that kind of went from one thing to the next with this introduction of technology. And I also learned how to regulate now that I'm back because it does serve a purpose. I feel very interconnected now, and I have a lot of things I want to share. But I told you, Dr. Sutton, I've now relegated my apps to one device, my iPad.
Oh, that's a good tip. And you don't grab your phone necessarily
Precisely.
right away. All right, Dr. Darian Sutton, thank you so much.